Winning a lawsuit against the United Nations wasn't enough for American James Wasserstrom. The former high-ranking UN official wants his own government to do more to protect whistleblowers like him. After he reported possible corruption at the UN mission in Kosovo, he was forced out of his job and subjected to a smear campaign. The UN's dispute tribunal recently awarded him $65,000 in damages. Wasserstrom says the compensation won't change the UN culture.
The message that this judgment sends to whistleblowers in the UN system and elsewhere is that even when you win, you lose. And I'm worse off now than if I had never come forward at all. That's the message. And to retaliators, don't worry, be happy. There are no consequences for you.
Secretary General Ban Ki-moon is considering an appeal of the verdict in Wasserstrom's case, as well as another recent judgment in which the tribunal found a UN employee in Zimbabwe had been unfairly fired for raising concerns about the severity of an impending cholera epidemic.
UN whistleblowers who experience retaliation are supposed to take their complaints to the UN Ethics Office. But since 2006, 99% of those who've sought protection have been turned away, including James Wasserstrom.
The judge that ultimately ruled in favor of Wasserstrom called his treatment appalling and said it was difficult to envisage a worse case of insensitive, high-handed, and arbitrary treatment in breach of the fundamental principles of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights.
Ban Ki-moon publicly in 2011 said that he really supports whistleblowers and that he supports creating a better culture for whistleblowers in the United Nations. But unfortunately, his words and his actions don't meet up.
As for James Wasserstrom's government, Washington says it's not going to withhold funding from the organization, but it does want the UN to do more to protect those who tell the world about the organization's failures. Kristen, Saloomey, Al Jazeera, the United Nations.